They can't curb ISIS. They can't curb Boko Haram. They can't curb Lakarua group. But even banditry, they can't. So what is the job of the government? According to Constitution, the primary responsibility of government is to protect lives and property and the welfare of the citizens. Security, they failed woefully. Welfare of the citizens, they failed woefully. 140 million Nigerians are living into multidimensional poverty. 140 million. So welfare, zero. Security, zero. And the same government is contesting, trying to contest for 2027 election to continue. What are they going to continue, for Christ's sake? What are they going to do differently from what they have done these past 3 years? I've not seen anywhere they employ somebody. The person is not delivering result. They still retain the person for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, not to talk of 4 years and 8 years. No. You don't deliver the result, you are fired. It's quite unfortunate, what Nigerians are going through, especially the Nigerian military, with this wave of continuous attack, by terrorists, Boko Haram, the ISWAP, and the rest of them. The military have always, been their casualties at the end of the day, apart from the citizens, who they kidnap at will or they ransack their communities at will. But what happened on Thursday, the night of April 2026, was something that is quite sad, to hear, and it's quite painful, to see what happens to our military operatives. Well, you may wish to know that, on that Thursday, that fateful night, around midnight, that members of Boko Haram and ISWAP invaded, the military base in Benishek, in Borno State. It's along Medugri Damaturu Road. So they invaded the place and launched an attack in that base. And according to a report, the Punch newspaper said that 3 formations were attacked simultaneously. And these guys, there were so many, the number of Boko Haram and the ISWAP group that came for that attack, there were so many. And in every base, it's just a certain number of officers are always left in different bases. But when you look at the number of invaders, in their base, you see that they were outnumbered in the first instance. And then the kind of equipment these guys come with, you see their guns and all of that is quite heavy because they come with heavy artillery, machine guns. So the fire was coming from different, directions. And the military was trying all their best to repel them, to hold their ground. And before you know what is happening, it becomes so intense that some of them have to, take cover, run into the communities to, take cover. And I think that was when these guys were able to, ransack the equipment, section and took, whatever they needed, military weapons and all of that, that they were able to lay their hands on, and set everywhere ablaze. Houses were burned, the MRAP, their vehicle, was also, set ablaze and all of that. So don't forget that it is this attack that led to the death of Brigadier General Oseni Braimah, who was the leading the 29th Task Force Brigade, in Borno. So the man, he lost his life, including other, army officers. So when we look into all of this and we see, what's next, which hope do we have as a country and as a citizen. But before we go into all of that, if you are new to my channel, please kindly like and share this video, and also subscribe to my channel and put on your notification bell so that when my next new video drop, you'll be among those that will be notified. So my word in this whole thing is that for the past 3 years, this government has been in position, in power. Nothing is changing basically when it comes to, insecurity in Nigeria. Kidnapping is still going on unabated. Killings are going on unabated. These attacks from this terrorist organization, ISWAP, Boko Haram, Lakarwa group, and other bandit group. So every day, if we can measure the number of Nigerians that die on a daily basis, it will shock you. Because it's just few that, come out to the media, few that come out to social media or print media or, television and all of that. Just few. There are many that they pick on daily basis, kill them. Nobody knows what is happening. Many. So I don't know what we need to do for Nigerian lives to matter for the government. So when we are talking about these issues, we are not saying it because we don't, like the government, or we don't like the people that is leading the country. No. We are saying this because some people took an oath that their paramount responsibility is to protect lives and property. And Nigerians gave them that mandate and say, okay, now you have said this, go ahead and do this job. And you say that you requested to do this job. So what is the problem? What is holding you from doing this job? So when people are killed, whether through banditry, through terrorism and all of that, what do government do? They just issue a tweet and send condolence message to the family. That's it. The next day, another group is killed. You issue a condolence message, issue a tweet. Your special advisor on communication and strategy will come and say his own, tweet on X and all of that. Were you elected, to be issuing condolences? No. You were elected to stop the mayhem. You can't say you don't know that there were insecurity in Nigeria when you are vying to become president of Nigeria. Because if I remember your tweet to Jonathan, you told us in that tweet that the bulk of security lies on the desk of the president. That's what you told Jonathan. Today you are the president. How far? That is the point. Because most times when you are not there, you don't understand what's happening. Now, all those things you are telling Jonathan to do, now you have the opportunity. 3 years, you have done nothing. You have not done anything to change the security situation of the country. What you are doing is to issue two-way when you want. There are days you don't even issue, you even jet out of the country. How many people do we lose on a daily basis? If we begin to count generals that have died, top officials, is it Abu Ali in 2016 and so many of them, then Braimah is gone, Oba is gone, and so many of them. We are not even mentioning the main foot soldiers who Boko Haram kills on a daily basis in the battlefield. So what is going on? What is going on? What is so difficult to deal with this problem? When even the Minister of Defense, Christopher Musa, was appointed, Nigerians were happy. Oh, because he was a former, Army General who was, handling this whole issue. Now that he has made minister, he already know what happens in the battlefield, and being in the administration, part, he should be able to do more better than those who are not from military background. What is happening? Now imagine the families of Braimah. The wife is now a widow. His children will grow without their father. Why? Because people who are supposed to do the right things are not doing the right things. These are the same people. The chief of defense staff, right, is saying the other day that we should remember the prodigal son, that our Bible told us about the prodigal son, that these people, they can be rehabilitated and all of that. It's the same people, right? So tomorrow now, Nigerian military catches these guys who came to launch this attack, either from ISWAP group or from Boko Haram group. They will now sew uniform for them, fly them with military aircraft, then put them in one center and say they are rehabilitating them. After that, they integrate them into the society. After they have killed General Braimah, they have killed other military officers. Some reports are saying that 17 personnel died, including the Braimah. Army office is disputing the figure and say it's only four people, 4 personnel and 4 army, 2 personnel and 2 army officers. That is 4. But from the story on how the incident happened, that will be far from the truth. If this guy came from all different angles, and there are many, how many army officers are in that barrack, are in that brigade that day, that night? How many? So few that escaped and ran into the community. We are explaining what happened there that is beyond recognition. That there have been, engaging attack like this, but this one is unique because there are many and they are coming from different angles, different directions. And remember, it's a teamwork between ISWAP and Boko Haram. So you can understand the intensity of what we are talking about. So Army's official number is 4 people that died, right? Okay. Even if it's 1 person that died, are they supposed to die? Why did they die? They were ambushed, meaning there is no intelligence. It's like an ambush. You are in the base, and some group of elements just walled your base and start attacking you, which means there is no intelligence. They are not tracking these people. They are not tracking their movement. Because if they are tracking their movement, they would have seen how a certain group of people are moving from one location to the other. Then they will sense an attack and be able to prepare ahead and repel it. So intelligence is zero, basically. That's what it is. So all the money these people are wasting doing coastal highway, doing city boy movement, sharing rice, right? They would have used that money, invested it in satellites, military satellite, launch it to the orbit, so that they will be getting real data, satellite data, real time. They use it to be doing surveillance in our oil pipeline and also security-wise. They would have seen them from the satellite that these guys are mobilizing. There have been so many movements from this angle to them. They plan ahead. They are not investing money in the right places. That is the point. Do you know how many billion these people must have spent in that their city boy something? What happened in Owerri alone? You know how much they spent in all those things they bought to buy people. So the president is the commander-in-chief, and the same president tweeted that security issue, the bulk of security lies on the desk of the president. So I'm not repeating anybody. I'm quoting what he said at that time. What is going on? The bulk lies on your desk. That's why we are calling you. You are the commander-in-chief. You are the one. The security lies in your hand. You are the one. So, Mr. President, please, we can't continue to lose our people. We can't continue to lose the military. We can't. How many do we even have that will be losing them to ISWAP? According to what Sheyi Gumi has said, that the government knows the name of bandits there, they know their location. Why can't Nigeria military begin to use the helicopter, the attack helicopter, to locate this hideout of these people and flush them out? You can't continue to wait for people to come and kill you. In my place, they said that it's only a tree that had that it will be cut down and it will still be standing there. For a human being that hear that it will be killed, he can't remain in that spot. He will always move. So we can't continue to wait to repel attack because you don't know the number of people that will come in for the attack. So you take the battle to them. That's how things are done. But in our case, no. These guys, do you know the equipment they have taken from that base now? They will now use it to be attacking the communities. And that same day, after they have done with the military base, they enter the community, bomb vehicles, loot from the community, and even people that will kidnap. Brigadier General Braimah is gone with some of his boys. Do they deserve to die? No, they don't. So I don't know what is going on when it comes to our security system. I don't know. There's no improvement. Nothing is changing. The same story we are hearing, we'll be hearing on a daily basis. Why, Mr. President? Why? Do something. Do something. We are tired of your tweet. We are tired of your special advisor telling us, sending condolence messages to the families of the bereaved. We are tired. We want result. So that's the point I'm trying to make. That if the wife of Braimah now, on 2027 general election in January, will she pick a voter's card now to go and vote for APC? She cannot. Why? Because it's the party that caused his husband. Will his children, if they are of voting age, go and vote for the party? I don't think so. So that is what we are saying. If what is going on in the country is affecting you, you can't be talking about APC. That's the truth. But most of these people that are talking about APC, doing all sort of stuff, is because they are benefiting from the system. So the issue is not about what you are benefiting. The issue is about the generality of Nigeria. And don't forget, whatever you are benefiting, when your own day will come, it will not save you. That is the honest truth. How many, rich people have died? Did their money save them? No. How many were kidnapped? Did their money save them? No. How many died in the hospital? Poor hospital that we had. Did their money save them? No. Their money didn't save them. Even former leaders have died with all their money, influence, power. What happened? So don't sit down and be saying, the government is favoring me. I don't care what is happening. I want the government to continue. That's a very selfish and wicked and demonic thought. If things are not working for the interest of majority of Nigerians, then something is wrong. The other day, I saw one of the army officers saying that their pay is 109,000 or 6,000, and that it was just increased from months back. That was why it was even up to that amount. So somebody that is facing fire every day, that's what he earns. I recall one soldier who went to travel for Christmas. He was just released from Borno, so he wanted to go and see his family. He couldn't travel because transportation then was, is it 40,000 or 70,000 or 30,000? He couldn't travel. He can't afford the transportation. somebody who has been in the bush for long. But politicians are paying themselves how much? Go to National Assembly. Till today, they can't reveal the exact amount they are earning. When Sheikh Usani tried the Senator Sheikh Usani, they almost want to kill him, behead him. Go and check. They are buying SUVs for themselves, 140 million naira. But look at what the officer who is protecting them is getting in a month, 109,000. With the Nigerian situation today, 109,000 is like 19 naira. That's the point. So, but I don't blame them. It's the same people who are collecting these peanuts, dying in the war front, as he protecting them. That's the point. That's the ones. And when Nigerians come out to protest and say, hey, the things are getting bad, they are the same people who will come out to attack the same Nigerians. Yes, I know, obey the last command. That's what they always say for military. That when they give them marching order, they go and then execute the order. Right? So, what happened in Lekki Tollgate in 2020 when they massacred the NSAS protesters is the military that did it. They protect these wicked politicians who are robbing them of their resources. They protect them as against their own life. They can't curb ISIS. They can't curb Boko Haram. They can't curb Lakarua group, but even banditry. They can't. So what is the job of the government? Yeah? According to Constitution, the primary responsibility of government is to protect lives and property and the welfare of the citizens. These are the two major things. Security, they failed woefully. Welfare of the citizens, they failed woefully. 140 million Nigerians are living into multidimensional poverty. 140 million. So welfare, zero. Security, zero. And the same government is contesting, trying to contest for 2027 election to continue. What are they going to continue, for Christ's sake? What are they going to do differently from what they have done these past 3 years? I've not seen anywhere they employ somebody. The person is not delivering result. They still retain the person for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, not to talk of 4 years and 8 years. No. You don't deliver the result, you are fired. That's the way it works. Because there's performance measurement. There's mid-year performance review, there's full-year performance review. In some places, they do quarterly reviews, performance review. That's how they check your result. If they check you, this is your target, and you are not meeting the target first quarter, second quarter, by third quarter, you should be out. So, if you measure this government now, what will you say they have done? How good is our economy today from the day they took over? It's worse. Insecurity, worse. Power, worse. Road infrastructure, worse. Education, worse. Health, worse. The government that released 36 million to health sector when the president alone has traveled out of the country and spent 34 billion. Is that a government? So his trips, even for personal trips, is more important than the health sector. So why should you be surprised when people are dying in the hospital because there's no oxygen? People are dying in the hospital because there's nothing to take care of them. There's no blood in the blood bank. What are you expecting? Pregnant women die with the pregnancy. But when president is sick, he's just abroad. How many of them, as politicians, take treatment in Nigeria? How many? It's just a very few. So when you look at what is going on in our country, you get tired. Do you know what it takes to become a general? Any part of the general, do you know what it takes? How many years of service experiences, what you have seen and passed through to get to that point? Then one night, you just lose the person, just like that. So once elements that when you see them, you'll be wondering. People that don't have military training, quasi-military, is now killing general. People that have the military trainings. Because we don't have a government. Who cares about lives of people? That's the honest truth in this whole thing. Because if it's somebody that values the life of people, they can't be killing Nigerians like this. They can't be kidnapping Nigerians like this. And the president is not doing anything to change the narrative. Then that's problem. That's problem. You can't sleep with your two eyes closed. You can't travel by road with your heart not beating like a pumping machine. You can't. If you escape kidnappers, you won't escape ISIS attacking you in the night. If you escape ISIS, you won't escape Lakarwa group. Look at Kwara now. The community they have been attacking now, they have deserted that community. The people of the community have fled from the community. It's like a ghost town. Because nobody heard that they will be killed and still stays in the same position. And we have a government. So the government that has failed to protect lives and property, the government that has failed to improve welfare of its people is contesting to come back in 2027 for another 4 years to come and do what exactly? To finish the people that remain or what? Even if they want to contest, they will look for another person who can do something for the next 4 years for the party. For this government, no. They have not done well. Nigerian military, Nigerian police, they are supposed to have a special payments. Their salary is supposed not to even be civil servant salary. Because any day they leave their house, they don't know if they will return back. Any day they are going for operation, they don't know if they will return back. How much is the salary of a police officer? How much is the salary of an army officer? 104,000 or 109,000 or whatever it is. Is there enough for the officer to be in the bush? How much is a politician collecting? How much is a councillor who does nothing in the local government? How much do they pay them? If I remember, 1999 was about 350,000, naira. Then, today now, I don't know how much it is. Obviously, it will be more than that. Then, a councillor who can't even speak English, doesn't even know what he's doing. Then, a military officer who faces death every day is collecting how much? So these are the things we need to review. These are the things we need to look into and begin to address some of these things. That should be motivation. Look at what happened in America and Iran. Look at it. The officer in the downed aircraft, 2 of them, one was immediately rescued. The second one, they were looking for him. They have to send over 100 aircraft, send military, send their best team to search for him. Within 2 days, they found him. They didn't rest until they found him, protected him and found him and brought him back. Because America cannot leave their people behind. One soul of an American worth more than anything. They will die to find that one soul. But in Nigeria, 100 souls is nothing. That's the point. They don't leave their men behind. Look at what happened to Oba, the general. They laid ambush. He escaped. And now ping the command. This is my location. Please get me with an aircraft. Come and pick me. What happened? The wicked people went before the military and killed him. One man, nothing happened. But look at how America fought to get their one officer, just one soul. They deployed everything, even lost another aircraft in the process, worth over $100 million. That is where life matters. So when you see how people they talk about America, you won't understand. It's because they value their soul, their citizens. Anywhere in the world, the Secretary of War said it. If you touch any American anywhere in the world, we will find you and we'll kill you. And it's not a joke. Try it. That's why when I was laughing when I had many people saying this American Alex Zimbabwe or something like that. That was unjust. People are saying arrest him, do this and do that. Go and touch him. Though he has left Nigeria, we would have touched him. Then you will know how Americans behave. You don't joke with an American life anywhere in the world. America will find you because life matters. They take care of their citizens. So when you hear American citizen, you know what it means. How many Nigerians are proud of their country? How many? Because of the leadership that we have. Who doesn't care about anything. So, I don't know. Maybe the commander-in-chief we have is commander of condolence now. I don't know. Which people condolences. So, APC government, Mr. President, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, please stop these killings. Stop these killings. Put an end to this insecurity. And one way to do it is to take the battle to the enemies. Locate their hideout. Send aircraft. Send anything you need to send. Destroy these groups. If you don't destroy them, they will destroy Nigeria. This thing you are seeing. Remember, in 2015, election they cancelled the election the first time. Jonathan cancelled the election because of insecurity. And he brought in machineries. And the machineries nipped things in the bud. That was where election was held after. And that's how APC, cleaned the seat. Remember what happened in 2015? The same way people got tired of PDP and want another this thing. And APC benefited, Buhari benefited. That is what is going to happen to you guys in 2027. If you guys don't wake up to do the right things, to secure lives and property, and to improve the welfare of the citizen. You sit down there and be reading figure that foreign reserve is 40 billion. That's not what people care about. People care about going to the market to buy gari cheaper, buy meat cheaper, buy egg cheaper. That's what people care about. Put their cars in the filling station, spend 5,000 to feed the tank. That's what people care about. People don't care about the figure in foreign reserve. People don't care about inflation is 8%, 5%. That's not what people care about. It's about their purchasing power. That is the point. So forget these figures people are writing and reading out. Focus on dealing with Nigeria's problem. That is the issues. No power. Which company can function without power? Which country can develop without power? Tell me which country can develop without power? No electricity. Which country can build their country without power? How do you create job without power? SMEs, they need power. That young woman who opened her salon, he need power to put his hair dryer. How much fuel will she spend to attend to 5 people? Which will he make any profit at the end of the day? If he now jacks the price, people will start carrying their hair like that in their homes. Then she will close up because she can't pay rent. That baba, even if he buy chargeable clipper, if he runs down, he still need to charge it. How much fuel will he buy to run his barbing salon? How much fuel will that vulcanizer spend to power that machine to pump your tire and fix your tire? So you see the reason why power is critical. Fix power. What change have you people brought for the past 3 years you have been in this government? That is how to evaluate your leadership. You inherited a lot of things from Buhari, right? Including the insecurity. What change have you made in the security? Now it's everywhere in Nigeria. When you came in, it wasn't everywhere. When Jonathan left, it wasn't everywhere. It was only in Borno, in 6 northeast states, majorly in 3, Borno, Yobe, and Gombe, Adamawa, and the rest of them. Today, now it's everywhere across the country. So this government, you are not doing well. You are not. And you have to wake up to do well. Forget politicking, please. Focus on governance. Focus on bringing changes. The duty of government is to create an enabling environment for people to use their initiative to create things going on for themselves. That is why abroad is different, because the infrastructure are there. There's power, there's water, there's hospital, there's roads, there's all this. So what people now do is think out of the box, utilize those infrastructure that is available, create something for themselves, and they thrive. But in our own climate now, you can't. For me, I don't think there's any other thing this government can do. If they even win 2027, it's going to get worse. Because after 3 years, there's nothing we can point out and say, this is what it is. Nigerians have choice to decide who they want to lead them. So whoever they voted for, the person continues. If they want the APC to continue, so be it for them. But if they feel that the government need to be changed, good for them. But my point is, government should, make sure they maintain, favorable environment for all the political parties to be able to exercise themselves, allow citizens to vote who they want to vote, and then at the end of the day, whoever wins, let the INEC do a transparent election so that there won't be chaos in 2027 in the country. That's my take on all of this. So guys, I'm going to let this slide here. Whatever you think concerning these whole issues I've been discussing on this video, please put your comment at the comment section, and we'll continue to debate on issues. If you are new to this channel, please kindly like and share this video, and also subscribe to my channel and put on your notification bell so that when my next new video drop, you'll be among those that will be notified. Okay? I'm gonna see you in my next video, and I'll be signing out from here. Thank you for watching. See you.